Oh, hi, everybody. It's your boy Ray. Today is June 16th, 2014. And, well, I guess it's better to kind of change the scenery of the vlogs rather than, being in the car after work and just be like, blah, blah, blah. It's hot. And, the steering wheel gets into the way of the lens and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm at home. I just got home from work and it's finals week at work today, or it's the start of finals week at work. So soon I'll be on vacation. Well, Friday, technically Thursday. At the end of Thursday, I'm going to be on summer break vacation until summer quarter, and then we have fun. So this week, finals week, and it's also a big like training week for me because this is kind of like the week that counts. It's going to be the start of everything going into peak week next week, and then Showtime, June 28th, Auburn, Washington, the Natural Columbia Classic. Ooh, it's gonna be it's gonna be tight. It's a small show. It's gonna be my fourth show of the year, and for this show, it's particularly my second appearance at this show. So I definitely want to vindicate myself at this show because of like last year's performance. Because last year, I think something went down with my left shoulder, and it was hard to train going up until the Natural Columbia Classic last year. And so I came out of that show with like a sour taste in my mouth. And I didn't really take it seriously either, even with the posing routine. So this year, I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it since the Washington State Natural. I just got to get the weight off again because of my weight gain from April and then on. Definitely, I'm ready for this show. I just got to properly deplete before I step out on stage. Right now, I'm just gonna kind of talk through like what am I gonna do template wise for peak week, because next week, I don't want to talk to you guys like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing for peak week, but rather let's just talk about the process right now, and then we'll have another video for next week. So I'm gonna front load for this show, front load carbs for the show, I say specifically. What's gonna happen is this week my carbs are dropped, but for Thursday and Friday, those are the depletion days, or like the full depletion days, I should say. And I'm gonna drop my carbs down even more for those 2 days only. Those are 2 days only. So it'll be the only 2 days out of this whole prep where I'm going to be at my lowest in carbs, because I didn't allow my carbs to drop so low to the point where it affects my performance weightlifting. So just for these 2 days only, my carbs are going to be low. And then Saturday, Sunday, my carbs go back up to normal range. And normal range for me would probably be like maybe somewhere close towards maintenance numbers. So carbs around there. I can't really give specific numbers because they're going to fluctuate and change for a bit, and I haven't really been thinking about them so much, or precisely, I should say. But it's going to be kind of towards maintenance calories. So carbs will be around that number. And then the following Monday, next week, carb load. Boom, that day. With that carb load, it's not going to be necessarily like a refeed day, but it's just going to be, you're going to pack on some carbs on this day. But I don't want it to be so close to refeed range that it may be too much carbs. But that may be the case. But we'll kind of, I'll have to play by ear, or not play by ear, but play by stomach to see if I'm going to be using the right, or I'm going to be having the right amount of carbs with this carb load phase. And it's just going to be a whole big manipulation of carbohydrates without having to move around fats or move proteins as much. Now for proteins though, it's okay to move it up and down. That way you'll fit your numbers within your calorie deficit. So if you lower carbs, it's okay to increase the proteins a bit. And when you increase your carbs, it's good to kind of get your proteins back to normal if you've been increasing them. So it's good to move it around like that. But fats, obviously, you want to keep that steady as much as possible. So Monday is going to be a carb load. It's going to be the carb load day, and then Thursday to Friday, it's slicing off carbs every single one of those days. Because the idea is that you want to, or the ideas of a front load is you want to spill over, and then you want to take the time to fix the spillage. For the most common practice, and what I've been doing with so far with the three shows, is I've always been backloading, and I always felt like my backloads have been bleh, like I've been doing them wrong. When a backload goes wrong, there's no way to fix it, because you're going to spill over, or you have an inadequate amount of food. There's no way to fix that within a couple hours. So what we do is we create those problems, like force those problems to happen off the bat, and then we fix those. If you ever heard of people who compete and they do a backload, and then say like they mess it up, or they were okay on stage, but maybe like a couple days later, or even like a week later, they look like 10 times phenomenal than they were back on stage. That's kind of the situation front loading is trying to create. Pretty much that moment where we try to peak out and then fill up. If something goes wrong, we have a couple days to fix that. If you backload and something goes wrong at the show, there's no way of fixing it. You're gonna look pretty bad on stage. So that's what the front load is going to be doing. So that's roughly how I'm going to do it without having specific numbers, because specific numbers to me is going to be different than other people. But that's just the idea of what the front load is going to be like, or how I understood it through my own research. But training doesn't change. Cardio, maybe I need to start doing a lot more cardio. But for me, I already phased out high intensity training, interval training. So I phased out HIIT cardio. I've been relying more on low intensity, medium intensity steady states. So that's what I've been doing a lot lately. And I'm increasing the duration as far as like if I do need to burn more, or if I feel like I need to deplete more, increase the duration a bit. I'm kind of hungry right now, and everything for me has been ready up to this point. Got the reservations. I just need to kind of take out the money for the polygraph, the photo, the DVD order. Tanning's already set. I just got to make it until the show. I definitely want to vindicate myself from last year, so I'll be looking to do that. I'm a lot more confident in myself now than I ever was before, or ever than last year at least, but technically ever since before. So yeah, it doesn't matter. But anyways, my head is all over the place. I'm hungry, so stay tuned for next week, guys, because next week that's gonna be the big week. So bye, peace out.